So once again, I would say read through this yourself, be prepared, and just know what documentation you need. And have that like sealed, like just everything needs to be sealed, I feel. Just so it's official. Now we're gonna go to the next slide and I'll link all of this stuff. Well, there's no next slide. So that's the info I want to cover for now. But I'll try and get more info to you guys. So we've probably covered quite a bit. Um, I think now is like a good time to talk about really um, what's like the life in Pakistan. So I've been here for a month. It's a little bit of a culture shock, but because I've lived here before as a child, I don't feel like it's such a huge culture shock. It's hard to adapt to the culture. There's a lot of like things that need to be fixed in Pakistan. Obviously, there's issues, but the biggest thing you need to have when you're coming here, when you come to Pakistan with the mindset of doing medical, is to really consider if if you if you have the mindset for it. You know, it's to really consider that are you actually willing to live here? Are you actually willing to sacrifice your lifestyle in another country and come to this country and live here? It's tough. It's really hot here. Um, there's a lot of traffic problems, especially if you're in big cities. Um, and the dorms aren't as awesome if you're planning on living in one of those dorms. Like there's issues that are very apparent in the colleges and cities and just in general. But I feel like every country has its own drawbacks. And before coming here, you need to consider if you have the willpower to really take in and adapt to the culture. Because if you don't have that willingness, it's just gonna be really like it's gonna be rock bottom for you. It's gonna be hard. You're not gonna be able to actually be live happy first of all and actually enjoy your time and even survive in the medical colleges. Med school is not an easy thing. It's very tough. Getting in is really tough. And that's just anywhere. But if you're someone who wants to really not waste time on doing an undergrad and doing all that, and you want to go straight into med school and start with that, then yes, come to Pakistan. But before you do that, you need to know what you're doing. You need to have a solid plan. If you don't have a plan, it's hard to get yourself around. If you just come here and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna apply to med school, like that's not how it works. So there's a process, and Pakistan has its rules, it has its laws, and I think as an individual, we have to respect that. As Pakistanis, we have to respect that, the country's rules and laws, and we have to follow through with them, and we have to go through the process. And if you go through the process, if you really do have the willingness, then you will be able to live here. It's really a matter of adapting, and it's going to take around 6 months to adapt, even just to the weather. But you just have to have the willpower, and if you have that good willpower, then yes, it is possible. But do think about it, think it through, think it deeply through. Like, you don't want to come here and be like, damn, like I regret this. The other thing I want to let you know, that I didn't know before coming here, and I found out as soon as I came here, and I was like, oh my goodness. Um, Med school is from Monday to Saturday, so there's 6 days a week. You only have one day off, so Monday to Saturday you have med school, and it starts around in like January, February. So basically, after you're done high school, from June to like December, you're off. Like you have nothing. Okay, June you're gonna finish your SATs, and then you have all that huge period to do what you want, and I think it's a good break. So that's the other thing I wanted to let you know. So for one last thing, for PTAP or PTAP, I call it PTAP, people call it PTAP, so however you want to pronounce it. The first merit list comes out in November, second comes out in December, and the third one comes out in January. So you might not make it to the first merit list, you might make it to the second, because people drop out last minute, and that's what matters. The people that dropped out, that don't want to do it, that get in, but they're like, okay, no, I changed my mind. I don't want to go to Pakistan to do med school. So, those are the people that really matter at the end of the day, because if they drop out, then there's space for others who have lower merits to actually get in. Okay, so first merit list is top of the top, and then second, and then third. So there's always chances. Even in January, you still have chance to get into med school in Pakistan. So I think having that patience with the merit list and everything. So that's I guess the final point I have. And stay awesome. I guess continue your school. Have a great time. And if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me on my Instagram. I'm more than happy to answer and help you out. Thank you and have a great day.